Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is currently Monday and I thought it'd be really fun to do a productive day in my life, take you along with me for the day. It's currently 10:30. I am ready for the day, which is pretty good considering today is already off to like a weird start. So usually Mondays it's just me, but Christian's actually got the day off work today. And it's really hard not to think that I'm on holiday too and I can have a lie-in too and all of this stuff. So I usually get up at 9 on Mondays and just like throughout the week to kind of start my day. I know that's quite a late start for a lot of people, but I don't have anything on in the mornings, and I know come next year when I've finished uni I'll be getting up a hell of a lot earlier than that, so I do like to make the most of this year and have a lie-in until 9. But Mondays is one of my favourite days for productivity. I love watching these kind of videos. I find them really motivating, especially as a student. It's very difficult to like self-motivate yourself to like get up, go to the library, do some work. So that is what we're doing today. It's something I do every Monday and Thursday, so I only have lectures Tuesday and Friday, and I tend to have Wednesday off for YouTube, so lots of editing gets done on Wednesday. So Monday is my most productive day of the week. It kind of helps me set my plan and my schedule for what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week. And I usually head to the library at around 12 until 4 or 5ish, depending on how much work I get done and how efficient I am with my time there. So I am going to take you with me for that. You would have seen that this morning I just kind of like had breakfast. That's kind of a typical day for me, but I do tend to watch YouTube whilst I have my breakfast instead of Netflix, because I can get sucked into Netflix very quickly. And I know I need to leave the house soon, so YouTube is the way forward. But right now I'm going to actually grab my planner and write out what I'm hoping to do today. I usually don't get everything finished. It's kind of like a daily, weekly plan. I kind of just try and tick it off throughout the week. But I'll take you through that with me so you can kind of get what the plan is and it's not just a random day in my life. Okay, so I'm really sorry if you can hear the drilling happening in the background, but they're currently like resurfacing the pavement outside the front of my house. So I don't think that's going to stop at any point today. So we're going to have to carry on, but I write down everything I need to do in this little notebook. I actually have a whole video of how I like plan this out, but I'll just show you. So I actually cut off the corners of the pages and like colour coded them because there wasn't any other way. Like I didn't have those little tabs that's like sticky, you know. So I have one of those for each of my topics, and I also usually have my laptop in front of me just so I can see my deadlines. I'll quickly show you what I'm on about. I have this little kind of grid of all of my deadlines. So as you can see, I've got a student workshop on the 8th, so that's this Friday, and then I also have a dissertation proposal, like formative assessment, due on the 15th, which I actually haven't done yet, and then this presentation, which says the 24th, is actually on the 11th. So as you can see, it's going to be a very busy week for me. The reason I haven't done the dissertation proposal, like formative assessment yet, is because my dissertation tutor will usually get someone who works with you for your dissertation. They said not to bother, like it's not that big of a deal, but I've spoken to everyone else and they're doing it just to like check they know where they are and they're up to date with their work. So I'm going to do it too, which is fine because it is a busy week, but I think I'll still have the time to do it. So now I'm just going to go through and write down everything I need to do. Got my little pencil case, just do it in biro, nothing fancy, but I always do a little box next to it so that I can tick it off. So I don't know how best to do this. I guess I'll show you what I'm writing rather than my lovely face. Okay, so as you can see, this is my dissertation page, and I have got 2 on here which have been on here for like 2 weeks, which I haven't done. My dissertation isn't due until May, I believe. No, March. Thank you. So I have got a while, and I'm going to do the majority of this over the Christmas holidays because I have a month off. But I'm just going to write in here. The other really annoying thing is like when whatever. So I'm just going to write in here, do my little box, and do this formative assess. I usually do it shorthand so that I know I've got enough space. Then the other thing I really need to do today is, so this is event policy, which is another subject I have. I don't need anything with that. Venue management, I do have a presentation on that coming up. As you can see, I've got an empty box, but that's not due for another week, so I'm going to leave that one today. I might pick that up on Thursday. Personal stuff, kind of boring. Not going to add anything to that today because I want to do uni stuff only. Contemporary issues is where I have my presentation this Friday. So fill in PowerPoint with keywords and info. I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to tick it off because Doesn't mean anything to me, and we're in a pretty good place with our presentation. But what I do need to do is add activities / brainstorm. Add an extra letter on. So for our presentation, it's actually a workshop, so it needs to be really interactive with lots of activities and questions and answers and that kind of thing. And we had a meeting with our tutor about it last week, and she said it's really good, we're in a really good place, but if we could make it more interactive, we'd probably get a better grade. And since it's on Friday and we've got a meeting tomorrow, I just want to make sure that my part is done. I know what I'm doing, I know how I can improve it, so I don't want to go to the presentation and not having the knowledge of like, oh, I could do this, you know? I want to make sure I'm supporting my team, being a good team member, and like making the right inputs. Okay, and then lastly, my placement is another, another course that I have. Find quotes for red points. I'm not actually doing that because it's unnecessary. Add critical analysis, done. Read and tweak to marketing scheme. Kind of done, but I would like to go over again. I have a 4,000 word essay, which is what this is about, but I also have a presentation for this course, which is on the Monday. So all I'm going to do is write out cue cards, basically, so I know what I'm saying. I've already written a kind of script, but just shorthand that and put it on some cue cards so that they're presentable to the students that I'm presenting to. So yeah, that is pretty much everything I want to get done today. So there's kind of 3 main points I want to get done, or at least start, which is the formative essay for the dissertation. That'll probably be the last thing I work on today, just because it's not due until next week, so I do have some time for that. Then the main thing I want to do is my presentation / workshop with the activities. I want to get that pretty much nailed, so I know exactly what I'm saying, exactly what I'm doing, and it all looks good. And then my third one is to write out the cue cards for my presentation on Monday. I'm not as worried about that one because I've been working on this presentation whilst I was in my business placement, which was last year, or like up until August. So I've been working on it for quite a few months, so I kind of know what I'm saying without the cue cards. But for me as a presenter, I always get nervous standing up in front of people. Not so much like anxiety-wise or like stressed out or anything, but I just don't want to mess up, so I feel like having the cards there is just kind of a backup way for me to make sure that I'm hitting all my points, I'm saying what I need to, especially because it is March, so we do have to hit certain points in the mark scheme to get the highest grades. And I mean, I'm not going to uni to get a bad grade at the end of the day, so I want to make sure I'm hitting those points and giving my examples and all the rest of it. So they are the 3 main points, or 3 main things I want to get done today. If I can get some extra stuff done, that'd be great, but I usually don't want to like write down more than I can do and put too much pressure on myself, especially because I know I've still got the rest of the week, and I'm just kind of like easing myself into it today. I think that is all going to take about 4 hours at the library anyway, and at a certain point my brain does just shut down, because for me, like, working hardcore for a long amount of time doesn't really work. Like, my brain just can't handle that, so about a 4 or 5 hour stint, or whatever you want to call it, is about as long as I can go. I know some people do like 12 hours non-stop, but that's not how my brain works, so I have to factor that in throughout the week, which is why I tend to start my assignments earlier than a week in advance as for my dissertation. But again, that's not, I don't have to do that, that's just me looking out for myself. So that is everything done. Now all is left to do is get to the library. Oh, I'll give you a cute outfit of the day, why not? So I'm wearing this cream jumper, which is actually from Primark, and I bloody love it. This is like a roll neck, it's supposed to roll the other way, but I like it tucked in. I think it gives it like a more polished finish. And I have curled my hair, which I don't usually do, but I'm actually filming 2 videos today. Extra productive, so I did. And then I've just paired this with some leggings, and then I'll wear combat boots. I've actually worn the same outfit, not this one, for like 4 weeks to the library on a Monday. I usually pair it with like my orange Florida jersey or like sweatshirt, but I've worn that quite a lot in videos and like wardrobe essential videos and things like that, so I swapped it out today for something a bit cuter, especially because it is getting a bit chilly, so I think the roll neck will help today. But the library's always bloody hot, so I have got a t-shirt underneath this in case I get there sweating. I was about to say there's a power cut, but it's just come back on. But I've finished everything I need to do, so I think I might head home. It's only 2 o'clock. Happy days. So, I am now back at home and the time is 2:30. I have an email. 2:30. So it took me about half an hour to get home, which wasn't too bad. There's a hole in my leggings. Can you see it? No, you can't. There's a hole in my leggings. Oh, my other pair of leggings have a hole in them as well. I'm falling apart. Anyway, I got everything I got everything I wanted to done at the library, which I'm so chuffed about. So I wrote my cue cards. I finished that presentation for Friday, like tweaked it and added some more activities. And then I actually finished the formative assessment for my dissertation, which I didn't think was going to happen. I wrote like 600, 700 words, so nothing like too extensive, but it's basically a pass or fail, like there's not really much in between that. So like, as long as you've written something, it's pretty much a pass, which is nice. So I've done that, so I feel like I'm in a pretty good place, because that would have usually, like I usually would have been at the library till like 4 or 5, but there was a power cut, which didn't really matter because I was writing notes from a Word document, so that was fine. But then I finished that and there was still no power. I think it came back on as I was telling you that there was a power cut. But at that point I'd already packed my bags and I'd done everything, so I was like, I'm just going to head home. Which, I'm home now. Christian is playing games, PC games, he loves them. A bit of Call of Duty. For his day off he's just chilling. So I think, in order to keep my day productive and so I don't turn into a vegetable or a marshmallow on the sofa, I am going to actually start editing this video, as well as do some like scheduling or planning for videos that I've got coming up. YouTube is always a weird one for me because I bloody love it. Like, it's like my only proper hobby that I have. So I like putting a lot of effort into it, but at the same time I do have uni, so it's like a lot to take in. So sometimes I feel like I prioritise uni over YouTube, obviously. But then it does hurt my soul a bit when like the video isn't to the standard that I want it to be or something like that. So I feel like today will be a good day because I've got a bit more time to like put in some effort and make it good, make it what I want it to be, as well as plan out some videos, because recently it's been like, oh god, I haven't got a video for next week, what can I do? And that's not really my vibe. I like to be a bit more creative with it and kind of plan it out in a way that like suits my schedule, like personally, as well as university and YouTube and everything in between. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just sat in bed because it's nice and cosy up here. The heat rises, you know, and our house is very chilly, so I thought I'd come up here. And it's actually one of the brightest rooms in the house because our lounge can get quite dark because we've got a few trees in our garden. So that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm going to do. The house is pretty tidy, so I don't need to worry about that, which is great because my life falls apart when the house isn't tidy. I mean, it's not super tidy because I have washing, drying around the house, so doesn't look pristine, and there are bits of like a few bits of dishes and stuff I need to do, which I'll do later for my productive day. But so far I'm like pretty chuffed with how well I've done. I always feel like going to the library, like once I've been to the library, it's kind of like working out, I guess. Once I've been to the library I always feel like a high because I've done it, I've achieved something today, which always feels really nice. So hopefully I can keep that going for the rest of the day. I don't know if this would be interesting to anyone, but I thought I'd show you how I kind of schedule my filming for YouTube and stuff. So I mean it's pretty obvious, but I tend to do film for when I'm filming, and then in the description I'll put what I'm filming. So this is today, productive day in my life. And then on the upload section, I think it's, this one says upload, and it will match up. So that's how I kind of keep track of that. And then my scheduled ones are Sunday at 10, so I've got all of those uploads written down, and then these uploads tend to be extras, hence the question marks and stuff, because I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but yeah, that's kind of how I schedule it. Obviously I've got all my colour coded calendars, so I know that this burgundy colour means YouTube, and I just work from there really. I'm still in bed. It's 4 o'clock, but I just edited a Instagram photo which I thought I'd show you because I just slapped on my preset that I made and I think it looks pretty good. I didn't just make the preset, I've had it for a while, but I thought I'd show you before and after because I've never done that on here before. I'm pretty weak with my Instagram. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Instagram, love looking at it, check it daily. But when it comes to uploading Instagram photos, I just feel like nothing very interesting happens in my life. Do you know what I mean? Even though I film it and put it on the internet, but not enough for like interest in one photo, you know? So then sometimes I feel like my pictures are a bit cliche, as you'll see in this next one, which is very like stock photo-esque. But I'm trying to break down the barrier to be like, it has to be of a certain standard to upload it to Instagram. Do you know what I mean? And just upload what I want to upload. So I'll show you my photo. Bear with me. Okay, this is as close as the camera's letting me get, so hopefully you can see it. But this is like the edited version. And then that's the non-edited version. I've just darkened the camera, so hopefully you can see the photo. This is the edited version. Non-edited, so that was like the original. I think it looks way more autumnal, and that was literally just one click of a button because I literally just slapped my preset on it. Very proud of that. So I just edited this one too, and I think it looks pretty cool, look. That's the original. That's the edited. I just think it's pretty cool. Very autumnal. How is it so dark already? Hello! See what I mean about the washing? It's now 4:30 and like so dark outside, which is not fun. As you can see, I've been lying on my bed editing away, but I think I'm going to end the vlog here. Just because I don't feel like I'm going to be very productive for the rest of the day. It's dark, it's cold, I want to get cozy, I want to put some PJs on, eat a hot cross bun. I know it's winter, but I bought hot cross buns the other day and they're great. And watch some Netflix. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I hope you've joined me in my semi-productive day. To be fair, I feel like I was pretty productive for the start of the day at least. But I hope you have enjoyed this vlog, and if you have, please hit thumbs up and subscribe down below. I post videos every Sunday, so hopefully I'll see you soon.